Today, we embark on an in-depth exploration of the intricate tapestry that is Celtic mythology, unraveling layers of narrative complexity that have fascinated scholars, historians, and mystics for centuries. In this discussion, we dive into the profound and technical aspects of Celtic myths, legends, deities, Druidic philosophies, and magical practices, with an analysis that is both data-rich and intellectually challenging. Our aim is to offer a perspective that transcends surface storytelling, presenting meticulously researched insights combined with numerical and factual analysis to cater to an expert-level audience. We examine how traditional accounts and orally transmitted lore have evolved into a sophisticated canon, intricately interwoven with Ireland, Britain, continental Europe, and beyond. This presentation is grounded in historical evidence, archaeological findings, and comparative mythology, enabling us to compare Celtic elements with those of neighboring cultures in a rigorous manner. We will reference key archaeological sites, carbon dating results, and documented lineage of mythic archetypes, each data point contributing to our understanding of ancient Celtic belief systems. Emphasizing a technical approach, our discussion will highlight quantitative analyses drawn from historical records, linguistic studies, and astronomical correlations found in ancient texts. Prepare for a journey that navigates through layers of allegory and symbolism, supported by the latest research in Celtic studies. As we analyze this multifaceted subject, expect precise detail, a friendly yet relaxed tone, and an unwavering commitment to veracity and scholarly inquiry. Each aspect of this video is geared toward enriching our collective appreciation of the rich cultural heritage left by the Celts, encouraging both rigorous academic engagement and a sense of wonder. Welcome to a meticulously detailed exploration of Celtic myth and magic. Merging rigorous historical analysis with precise quantitative methods, we reveal hidden dimensions that enhance our understanding of Celtic myths and their enduring resonance through the ages. Incredibly fascinating. The rich tapestry of Celtic culture stretches back thousands of years, characterized by a fusion of local customs, migratory interactions, and evolving religious ideas that have left a measurable legacy in Europe. Historical records, when cross-referenced with archaeological excavations, indicate that early Celtic societies developed a unique form of social organization that was both flexible and deeply intertwined with natural cycles. Detailed radiocarbon dating of ceremonial sites provided concrete evidence of these communities' longevity and spatial distribution, revealing patterns that align with shifts in climate and trade networks in ancient times. Linguistic studies further attest to the influence of Celtic languages upon other regional dialects, showcasing intricate etymological connections and loanwords that persist in many modern European languages. Codices and inscriptions discovered across Britain, Ireland, and parts of mainland Europe serve as critical data points that scholars use to reconstruct the socio-political structures of Celtic tribes. The integration of these findings with modern computational models has enabled experts to statistically validate theories regarding migration routes and demographic changes over millennia. Cultural rituals and ceremonial practices were not only expressions of religious belief, but also served as mechanisms for governance and community bonding. Advanced analysis of ritual artifacts, including intricately designed torques and weaponry, highlights the role of metallurgy and craftsmanship, which combined aesthetic expression with symbolic significance. Through dendrochronology and isotopic analysis, researchers have traced the origins of these techniques to specific regions, reinforcing the idea that Celtic culture was a dynamic and evolving synthesis of art, science, and spirituality. In this overview, we delve deeply into how these historical, linguistic, and archaeological pieces interlock to form a comprehensive picture of Celtic heritage. Every discovery, from burial mounds to ancient stone circles, adds a quantifiable layer of evidence that enhances our understanding of the Celtic world. This segment sets the foundation for further analysis of the mythology, deities, and mystical practices that remain central to Celtic identity and continue to intrigue experts today. This detailed overview lays the groundwork for subsequent segments that will explore every nuance with a rigorous evidence-based approach, pushing the boundaries of conventional Celtic studies. Within the realm of Celtic narrative, myths and legends represent not only cultural lore, but serve as vessels conveying the underlying cosmology and metaphysical principles that governed ancient societies. Both scholarly interpretations and empirical data from archaeological sites contribute to a nuanced understanding of these narratives. Celtic myths, often encoded through allegory and symbolism, illuminate the Celts' sophisticated worldview in relation to nature, the cosmos, and human existence. Detailed analysis of mythic motifs reveals recurring themes such as the intersection of mortality and divinity, the cycles of renewal, and the interplay between chaos and order, each of which has been a subject of extensive research and multidisciplinary debate. Technical examinations of myth narratives utilize statistical methods to analyze recurring symbols and their geographic distributions. For instance, the motif of the cosmic tree, directly correlated with dendrological patterns observed in ancient carvings, illustrates not only a reverence for life, but a deeper understanding of the interaction between botanical phenomena and celestial cycles. Data-driven studies have mapped the frequency of such symbols across Celtic regions, offering a quantifiable measure of their cultural significance. Additionally, inscriptions encoded with mythic narratives have been subject to linguistic algorithms that detect subtle variances in language structure, revealing influences from pre-Indo-European substrates and later migratory linguistic overlays. Oral tradition played a pivotal role in the propagation of these myths. The lost art of recitation, preserved by professional storytellers, ensured that narratives were dynamically updated, allowing for adaptations that reflected changing societal values and environmental phenomena. Ethnographic research quantifies the evolution of storytelling techniques over centuries, demonstrating how narrative form and function shifted in response to socio-political transformations. Furthermore, advanced analytical models integrating semiotics and cognitive theory have unraveled the complex process by which these oral traditions codified profound existential questions and natural laws into memorable, structured narratives. In examining these legends, one must also address the interplay between myth and ritual. Ceremonial performances, imbued with layers of symbolic meaning, were often synchronized with astronomical events, a phenomenon that has been demonstrated by correlating myth events with ancient celestial maps using modern simulation software. Each legend, influenced by local lore and astronomical alignments, reflects a mathematically precise design intended to encode temporal patterns within ritual practices. The confluence of historical records, computational analysis, and spectral imaging of ancient manuscripts has unveiled new dimensions of these narratives, offering insights that challenge long-held interpretations and invite a reimagining of the Celtic mythological canon. In essence, the study of Celtic myths and legends is a multidisciplinary endeavor that continues to evolve, melding tradition with modern scientific methodologies to uncover the deeper truths behind ancient wisdom. Utilizing AI-driven text analysis alongside precise geospatial data synthesis, scholars now quantify narrative variations with unprecedented accuracy, while advanced computational frameworks bridge historical storytelling and quantitative research, enabling refined measurement of cultural impact and myth evolution. These innovative methods ensure that Celtic legends remain a dynamic, living corpus for rigorous study and statistical evaluation. This combined approach marks a pivotal advancement in Celtic studies with unmatched precision. Within the Celtic pantheon, a multitude of deities occupy specialized domains that reflect the diverse spiritual and natural forces observed in ancient society. Scholarly research has identified deities such as the Dagda, described in numerous primary sources as a figure embodying both abundance and mortality, and Brigid, whose dual role as a goddess of healing and inspiration is supported by extensive iconographic and textual evidence. Each deity exhibits complex attributes, often overlapping in function and symbolism, which indicates a dynamic and fluid understanding of divinity in Celtic thought. Critical examinations of inscriptions, relics, and ritual sites reveal that many Celtic gods were not confined to rigid mythic roles, but served as cosmic mediators whose functions changed in response to social and environmental conditions. Detailed comparative studies emphasize that these deities often embodied principles central to seasonal cycles, agricultural fertility, and hearth-centered domesticity. Many inscriptions contain numerical correlations between symbolic representations and ritual dates, suggesting that these gods were integrated into calendrical systems and astronomical observations, thereby aligning spiritual practices with natural phenomena. Advanced analysis of ancient symbols inscribed on stone monuments and metalwork has provided quantifiable data regarding the frequency and distribution of attributes associated with each deity. For example, computational pattern recognition applied to artifacts has revealed clustered distributions of images corresponding to the Dagda's cauldron and Brigid's flame, establishing statistically significant patterns that support hypotheses regarding their respective cult practices. Researchers have employed network analysis techniques to map interrelations between pantheon members, thereby uncovering subtle interdependencies that challenge conventional hierarchical models of divine order. Furthermore, modern scholarly debates have focused on parallels between Celtic gods and deities from other Indo-European traditions, where comparative mythology and linguistics have uncovered shared etymological roots and thematic motifs. This data-centric approach leverages both historical texts and contemporary computational methods to re-examine the evolution of mythic archetypes. Community-driven digital databases have cataloged extensive iconographic records, enabling a new level of statistical precision in understanding how Celtic deities influenced and were influenced by cross-cultural interactions. Ultimately, the study of the Celtic pantheon is a convergence of rigorous academic disciplines, blending archaeology, statistical modeling, and textual criticism. This comprehensive approach affords us a clearer insight into how deities were experienced as living forces within the cultural and natural environments of ancient Celtic societies, underscoring the multifaceted roles they played in shaping both myth and daily life. Through combining statistical insights with archaeological evidence, researchers have reconstructed complex cultic rituals that integrated numerical symbolism and seasonal astronomical alignments, thereby further illuminating the dynamic role of Celtic gods. In the study of ancient Celtic societies, Druids stand as emblematic figures whose roles transcended religious, legal, and educational boundaries. Rigorous historical and archaeological investigations have revealed that Druids functioned as custodians of lore, steeped in the empirical observation of nature and the celestial cycles that governed agrarian life. Detailed radiometric dating of Druidic groves and ceremonial structures demonstrates a sustained practice of these traditions, with material evidence supporting theories of lost oral and technical methodologies. Advanced textual analysis indicates that Druidic knowledge was not only transmitted through mnemonic poems and ritual incantations, but was also encoded with layers of symbolic mathematics and logical structures. Recent studies have applied algorithmic deconstruction to surviving fragments of oral literature, unveiling complex mnemonic devices and memory palaces that underscore the intellectual sophistication of Druidic pedagogy. These findings highlight the intricate interplay between empirical observation and metaphoric representation, a duality that allowed Druids to function effectively as both scientists and seers in ancient Celtic culture. Magical practices within Druidism were executed with a methodical precision reflective of their extensive training in natural philosophy. Careful astronomical measurements, often correlated with seasonal solstices and equinoxes, were integrated into ritualistic practices to invoke specific deific energies. Empirical records, including meticulously preserved manuscripts and artifact correlations, provide quantitative data that challenge conventional perceptions of magic as solely mystical. In effect, Druidic magic was a calculated art, drawing upon accumulated botanical, astronomical, and mathematical knowledge to create transformative experiences during ceremonial rites. Contemporary research continues to unearth data-driven insights into the underlying structure of Druidic practices. Statistical analyses of ritual sites, combined with spectral imaging of ancient texts, have now mapped out the prevalent use of specific geometric patterns and numerical symbolism. This convergence of historical, scientific, and magical evidence leads to an integrated framework that redefines our understanding of Druidic influence in ancient Celtic society, paving the way for future interdisciplinary investigations into these enigmatic practitioners and their enduring legacy in magic and logic. Furthermore, In-depth comparative studies have shown that the ritualistic and empirical components of Druidic practices were meticulously designed to align with both lunar and solar calendars, reinforcing the integration of mathematical intervals within their ceremonial frameworks. Coordinated field studies combining archaeoastronomy and epigraphy have uncovered recurring cycles and modular designs that underscore this calculated method. These meticulously recorded patterns not only provide insight into ancient calendrical systems, but also affirm that Druidic teachings were underpinned by precise measurements and a systematic approach to natural phenomena. Celtic mythology continues to exert significant influence on modern culture, resonating across literature, art, film, and spiritual practices. Extensive statistical analyses and cultural studies have traced the diffusion of mythic symbols from ancient manuscripts to contemporary media, establishing a direct correlation between ancient narratives and current artistic expressions. Digital humanities projects have mapped the convergence of mythic imagery with modern design, providing quantifiable evidence that traditional Celtic motifs pervade modern storytelling and visual arts. Academic research shows that numerically significant symbols, such as the triskele and the Celtic spiral, frequently appear in modern emblematic and architectural designs, serving as focal points in the reimagining of cultural identity. These symbols, meticulously analyzed through both computational imagery and traditional art historical methodologies, underscore a revitalized appreciation for Celtic heritage in the digital age. Moreover, interdisciplinary approaches combining statistical modeling with cultural theory provide data-driven insights into how these mythic elements evoke communal memory and reinforce contemporary notions of identity and spirituality. Modern adaptations of Celtic myths have also influenced ritual practices and new religious movements. Studies indicate that the integration of ancient deities and Druidic principles into modern pagan ceremonies is supported by both qualitative narratives and numerical analysis of practice prevalence. This is evident in the surge of festivals, art installations, and community events celebrating Celtic lore across Europe and North America. The replication of ancient symbols and rites continues to inspire technical research, influencing design algorithms in virtual reality and interactive storytelling platforms. In sum, the persistent legacy of Celtic mythology is a testament to its enduring power to shape cultural narratives through a unique blend of historic authenticity and modern reinterpretation. This fusion of past and present not only enriches cultural discourse, but also provides a statistically validated framework for understanding the evolution of myth in modern creative platforms. In conclusion, our in-depth exploration has revealed an intricately woven tapestry of Celtic culture, where myth, deity, Druidic lore, and magic are interlaced with empirical rigor and historical authenticity. The detailed analysis across each section underscores the importance of combining quantitative research with traditional scholarship to reveal the complexities underlying ancient Celtic narratives. Our discussion has examined specific deities, robust Druidic practices, and the enduring cultural impact of mythic symbols that continue to influence modern creative disciplines. This synthesis of art, science, and historical inquiry not only deepens our technical understanding but also challenges conventional interpretations. By engaging with both data-driven methodologies and time-honored traditions, we gain a clearer insight into how these ancient beliefs have evolved and continue to resonate in contemporary contexts. Ultimately, this exploration serves as a bridge connecting past and present, offering a platform for further academic dialogue and innovative research into the multifaceted world of Celtic studies. May these insights inspire ongoing exploration and rigorous analysis among scholars and enthusiasts alike. Drawing upon a blend of rigorous data analysis and rich historical context, future research is poised to further illuminate the depths of Celtic traditions, ensuring that the legacy of these ancient narratives